Now that we have set up the submission completely, including the review criteria, reviewers, and review stages, along with custom questions, we're now going to go and input a submission into this Society of Physics. Now, sorry, I accidentally clicked here. Let me copy this link, and now I'll put this in the incognito tab, and if I put it in the incognito tab, it leads me here. Now this is my profile, and I can skip this step because my profile is up to date, or I can choose to update it. Now let me just update my gender to be male and continue next. Now this is the section that corresponds to terms and conditions, and if you go back to the admin panel, you can see that we did these sections of multiple sections, and here we can see we have introduction, terms and conditions, and once we accept them, then we can move forward. So let's go back and check these. These are the instructions that are written there, and now I gave my consent to be published in the conference, and then I have acknowledged that my submission will be accepted into the final program only if I have valid registration. So I have to make sure that after I submit this submission, then thereafter I should register for this event, or I should have already registered for this event. So let's go next. And now we have presentation types and categories both in this same section. Now if you go back to the admin side, you can see we have these presentation types: poster, oral, and VR presentation. These three would be visible. The default is never visible to the user. And now we'll go back and see we have three: poster, presentation, oral, and VR. We can choose all of them, and then the admin can decide based on the reviews what decision to assign for this submission, whether it's going to be a poster presentation, whether an oral presentation, or a VR presentation. So let me check. This is my preference. I want a VR presentation, and my categories are draft paper type and full paper type. This could be anything else. These are just sample labels. So I have these categories here: draft paper type and full paper type. I can go back, choose my presentation type, let's say full paper type, and I can also invert some keywords to assist categorization of the abstract. So it could be something related to my own content, whatever I'm going to put in the content tab here. So let's say it's related to astronomy. Sorry, astronomy. So pardon my spelling here, and let's click on next. Now we have the title tab, and we have a limit of 10 words as is instructed here. This 10 words limit came from the admin side where we set it up in the submission setup. You can see we have a 10-word limit, and these are the instructions that we passed on to the submitter. You can go back and you can see those instructions are here, and now I can type in a title. Let's say Star Wars is a franchise, and then I can click on next. This is obviously a sample title, and I'll be putting in sample content as well after this. Now let me click on next, and now you can see my details have been pre-filled for the author. Because I'm the submitter, I'm Currinda group user at gmail.com. My first name is Currinda and my last name is group manager. I can put in my affiliations. I can check in the system if my affiliation already exists, if my organization already exists in the system. Let's check. Let's see, my affiliation is with Currinda, and I find something related to Currinda, and I can click here. Otherwise, if my affiliation is not listed, I can click on add and say I belong to support department, and affiliation name is Currinda, and my country is Australia, and my state is Melbourne, Oh, sorry. My state is Victoria and my city is Melbourne, and I click on add, and this gets added onto my affiliations. Now, what I can do, if I made a mistake, I can click on edit and make any changes to this. However, I don't wish to make any changes, and I can add multiple affiliations. Let's suppose I search for something else. It could be anything. Let's search for something related to, yes, let's say we search with you. uh, we have something called Institute for Molecular Bioscience. Let's select this one, and let's say I'm affiliated with these two. I can also add other authors as well. Suppose I am the submitter and I'm also going to be presenting. And now remember, we set a limit on how many presenting authors can be on the system. If I'm going back on the admin side here, and you can see we have max presenting authors in the authors section down here, which is set to 2. We cannot go more than 2. So let's go back, add some more authors. Let's search a random name. Let's say this. So his name is testing submission, and their affiliations. Let's fill in some affiliations for them. Let's pick this one, and now if I add another one, let's search someone with R in their username or email. Let's pick this. So this Hannah Pickford, and let's search for an affiliation. Let's say ASN. I hope it's in the system. Yeah. So we have this, and now if I click on presenting for 3, while as the limit is set to 2, if I click on next, it's going to throw me an error. Maximum number of presenters exceeded, only 2 presenters allowed for the submission. So let's say I uncheck this, and now I have 2 presenting authors and 1 author. I can click on next and go further. I can add some sample content, and you can see my authors are already listed here, and presenting authors are presented with a bold look and with an underline with their affiliations listed as superscript 1 and 2. So Currinda Group Manager belongs to Currinda and the University of Queensland. Testing submission works for the University of Queensland, and Hannah Pickford works for ASN Events. So my word limit for this content is 3000 words, which can be manipulated from the admin side. If I go back to the admin side, you can see my content is 3000 words long, which is the max limit. So I'll put in some sample content, which I'll search for, and let's pick some sample content here. I'll pick this and copy, and I'll paste it here. Now, if I want to add a cited reference here somewhere, let's say I want to put in a reference here, I can point my cursor there, go to add cited reference, add a cited reference, let's say um, Renaissance, and click on add, and now you can see my reference is listed here, and I can put in another. Let's say this is from Wikipedia. I say Wikipedia, and I click on add. My superscript gets added here as a reference, and my references are listed here. I can rename them as well. Let's say I clicked on edit on this one and this popped up. I can close this. I can show it again. I want to edit Wikipedia. I can click on this edit button. Let's say Wikipedia wiki and update the reference, and it's updated. We can also remove them by clicking this, and we also have some other options to insert tables, subscripts, superscripts, and underlines, and we also have the ability to add images. Now let's go further, click on next. Oh, sorry. So yeah, now my content is entered. Since I do not have any conflicts with anything, so I'll not be filling in this. But if someone had any conflicts and they want to present it to the admin, they can present it here. we can write something. I have a conflict of interest with, let's say, chemistry. So we can fill in that, and it would be appearing on the admin side as well, so the admins can see it. So let's uncheck this one for now because we don't need it. And now let's go next. We have the custom questions from the physics page that we added recently. Let's go back and have a look. And this is our admin side again, and we click on custom questions. Inside of the submission, please note that we are inside the submission, inside the event. And then we have the custom questions section. We have the physics related questions. We have two questions. Are you a physicist or are you a cosmologist? And let's go back to the user panel where the submission is happening. Are you a physicist? Let's say no. Are you a cosmologist? Let's say yes. Or I can say aspiring to be, and let's say yes. Let's click on next. My answers will be saved. And now here I can preview my submission, which is in its full essence. My title is here. My abstract number is here. My authors are here with their references to their affiliations, and my content with references are here. Now I can click on submit and this all gets submitted. Here we go. Now my submission is complete. Now what happens here is I can edit it as well, and I can withdraw it as too. That's it about the submissions. Thank you. After submitting our papers, we also have the ability to, you can see my status is pending draft upload since this is a draft paper type. And let's click on this drop down here, and you can see there's an upload option for me, and I can upload my paper from here. Clicking on this, you can see I reached back this page where I can upload my draft papers. I can click on browse and choose a file. Let's choose a random file for this. It is supposed to be in PDF. I'm choosing some random PDF for this, and I can add a comment. This is a paper from my college, which is again a sample text. This could be anything they want to tell the administration or the reviewers. Let's process this, and now my file is being uploaded, and it's got uploaded. Now you can see my first draft is here, and once someone reviews it and suggests some changes to me, I can upload another draft and go here, and let's say I am attaching a picture of this. Sorry, not a picture, a PDF. Kindly have a look again. Now I'm going to process this. Now you can see I uploaded one paper at 2:12 p.m. and this can be a little bit of kind of versioning of draft papers unless we have something acceptable. So that's that. Let's go back to the submissions dashboard. And that's it about the paper submissions. Thank you.